I'm standing in our closet right now and we're about 2.5 weeks into the one room challenge for spring 2020. I've already installed all my wall treatments and I've just primed them, so as I wait for that to dry before I can caulk and patch them all, I'm going to be focusing my attention on the closet. When we moved in, the closet had sliding doors and just one single shelf and hanging rod. It was about an average height, easy to reach, but I find that with our tall closets, they go all the way to the ceiling. There's a lot of wasted space on the top. So we removed the shelf and I quickly patched it. I'm going to still sand it and then maybe do another coat of patching and sanding. I really wanted to maximize the storage, so I was able to find 2 dressers from Ikea that I could perfectly fit into our closet. There are a bit of gaps along the sides, so I'm still going to put some trim in and then caulking, and it's all going to be painted the same color, so it's going to blend in seamlessly. This was a much cheaper option than going with some of the closet systems I was looking at, especially since our closet is only 56 inches wide and a lot of closet systems start at 60 inches wide. So we have either had to cut something down to size or come up with a different solution.
The pack system was my first choice. I really liked the built-in look of the drawers, and there are a lot of customization options, but it just wasn't fitting. Gin axle was another option, but I found that it wasn't as built-in looking as I would have liked. I like the drawers for the Alvari, and I explored a couple different options for storage. Finally, once I was working with the eKit planner, I realized that what I really was doing was just building custom dressers. So I thought, might as well look at what the dresser options are to see what I could do.
Hey, I'm back in the closet and we just passed the week 4 link up for the spring 2020 one room challenge. I have most of my room complete, I just really need to focus my attention on the closet. So I already had these installed, and since the last time I recorded a video, I filled in the crack with some trim pieces, some caulking, and then put a top piece and then painted it all to match the Ikea dressers. So we still need to add the hanging bar and a shelf on top for our closet to complete kind of the inside before we put the doors on. I bought this simple little bracket here. Essentially you put a shelf on top and then it holds your rod, and then I have just the one part of the rod right now that snaps into place. I'm probably going to secure the rod into the sides of the closets, but we'll see. It's definitely going to be attached to this. Now I've gone ahead and marked my stud lines, and as you can see they're not perfectly centered in the closet, so what I'm going to do is going to probably use this one and then measure out and make it perfectly kind of even for both of my brackets, and I'm going to use anchors on that side if I don't hit the stud. So the other thing I have marked is the kind of max height I can go, and that's because I want to put these little bins on top for things that we don't use that often. So yes, I'm going to have to use a stool to get to them, but like it's going to be things that me or my husband don't need to get every day. So that's kind of what that is. Now, the other thing I want to make sure is I have my little hanger here and I put a little piece of tape because I want to kind of see which height is going to be the best. I'm about 5'5", so if I don't stand on my toes, I can get the hanger like here, or if I stand on my toes, like a few inches higher. So let's say I don't want to stand on my toes every day, and I'm just going to go on this stud line here, and I put my little tape, and I'm going to take that off. So holding this in place, kind of how it would go, I see this kind of lined up like where the bottom of this is. So I'm just going to go and climb and see kind of where that is. And it actually works out perfectly because that's the max height we can get to. So I'm going to secure these in,